All righty then. All righty then. Why don't you do the music for us? Because
All right, you want me to do the music? We got something. Come on now.
stop. Get down. Stop it.
Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No, but it can't be no real music because we'll get banned. It's gonna.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Oh, really? I didn't
don't-
hear. I don't know why I can't hear it.
I don't know why you can't hear it. I hear it on my end.
Stop.
I'm hoping that it was playing. I'm hoping that they can hear it, man.
Oh wow, man.
Mine. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
That's all right.
I don't know if they can hear the audio on there. But I played the audio on my end. I'm not sure if it's played over on your end, but I could sing it a cappella.
No.
No,
Well, go ahead.
no.
Shit. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you're not hurting anything. Hey, listen. I am over here at the shop getting my car worked on, and so we are dealing with that, and
They said they couldn't hear it, man. They missed out. They missed out.
we definitely have to do that. But I'm over here at my shop, and at the shop getting my car fixed, and we're going to do our show from here this morning. Trying to make it all happen from the telephone. They said they couldn't hear it.
They couldn't hear it. Hold on a second. They couldn't hear it, but it's okay.
Well, I'm just excited that you actually found the song. Uh-oh, he went somewhere. What's up, everybody?
I didn't go far. I'm right here.
Yeah, what's up?
Go far.
Yeah.
They say I finally did the song.
Yeah. Listen, and I didn't even get to hear it. I'm so mad.
Hold on. I gotta get it. They gotta hear it, man, because you had no music this morning. So let's see if it did go.
Oh, there we go.
Beautiful day in this neighborhood. It's a
Beautiful day for a neighborhood. Won't you be mine?
Could you?
Won't you be mine?
Go ahead, Dragon. Sing it away.
I don't even know the words.
Would you be mine?
Would you be mine?
It's a beautiful
Would you
day
be
in the
mine?
neighborhood.
I've always wanted to just like you. I've always
wanted to live in
the neighborhood with you.
So
let's
make the
most of this. Yeah, man.
Since we're together, might as well say.
Since we're together, we might as well say, won't you please, won't you please, won't you be my neighbor?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm doing what Black Dragon does. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
All right, listen, man, I want to get into this, the talk of the day. So, listen, I thought about this. A lot of stuff I'm going through. I think I'm going through this stuff for a reason. I think God has put me through this stuff. How can you be a teacher, but you haven't been through anything? How can you be a blues player, but you haven't played any blues, or you haven't lived any blues? You're going to sing blues, but you haven't lived any blues. How can you be a preacher and you've never been a pimp, right? Like all preachers have been like a pimp before, right? So you go through things good and bad in life. And then in my situation, I bring it to the motorcycle club set. And I've taken this thing on to be a leader and a teacher. Sometimes I've had to be a leader and a teacher. Most of the time I've been able to sit a little bit far, like I'm talking about other people's motorcycle clubs and really not ever really about my own. And I've always tried to keep that distance. I've been true about personal things that have happened to me, like how long it took me to prospect and stuff like that. Those, it's kind of embarrassing to say I prospected for 5 years. That's kind of embarrassing. But I always felt like if I was straight and to the point, the people would see my authenticity, and if they saw my authenticity, they would, uh, you know, trust me for the things that I say. So today, instead of doing a news show, I'm here at this location getting my car fixed this morning, and I've got to be at the VA this afternoon. So there wasn't going to be any time to do the show. I thought I would try from my phone, and I'm surprised that Restream is actually working. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some MC protocol, which I haven't done in a while. And I've never done a show like an MC protocol show with you. So I hope people can see me and hear me. And today's topic is the every motorcycle club, every riding club, every motorcycle association must have a leader with a 1% mentality. And let me explain what I mean to you. In our motorcycle club world, riding club, motorcycle ministry, whatever you want to have, whatever you've got, whatever your step is on the ladder, co-ed club, female motorcycle club, whatever your step is on the ladder. The highest entity that we look to in the motorcycle club world is the 1% motorcycle club. They have the highest profile, the biggest mass. They are the most organized. They have the largest ready force. They are somebody told me to turn around away from the big light in the background, so I'll turn around this way. They are kind of who we look to and pattern ourselves after in the biker club world. The 1% the 1%, that term started out as 1% and now has been colloquialized to 1%er. The 1%er is who we look at the most. And so because it's the 1%er that we look at the most, there's only one other person in a 99% family club, social club, riding club. There's only one other person that will be looked at that level, and that's the leader, the president, whatever you call the leader. President, commandant, international president, local president, state boss, lieutenant. I've heard all kinds of names in these various organizations for the motorcycle club president. But the president is the only person in a 99% club, and maybe in some clubs with sergeant at arms. Really, those are the two people that really get the kind of recognition. If you have a good relationship with a 1% motorcycle club, you will see how they treat your president. They treat your president with great deference because they respect that position, and they will also do that for the sergeant at arms. So if the president of a motorcycle club, if the national president of a national motorcycle club, if the regional president, when they speak for the entire nation, they speak for the entire chapter, they speak for the entire region, they speak for the entire state. And they must have within their personality the carriage, the stature, the get down of a 1%er. If they're the only person in the motorcycle club that does that, if they're the only person, because they can carry you all the way across the world on their back. If they have that respect, if they have that get down, if they have that strength, they can carry you all the way across the world on their back. But if they don't have that strength, they don't have that structure, if they don't have that carriage, then when they fail, the entire damn motorcycle club will fail. As Lord have mercy said, integrity. They must have integrity. They must have strength. They must have those characteristics that make them who we depend on to carry the motorcycle club. They must be fearless. And when I say fearless, I don't mean being without fear, because there have been many situations. Listen, in 2007, the father of the mighty Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation came to me and he said, "Son, I want you to create a motorcycle club that is known. I want you to take this motorcycle club we have built, and I want you to make it known throughout the world from coast to coast. I want you to carry this name and build us up a motorcycle club that is known around the world for riding motorcycles hardcore. I want us to be, I want us to be famous." And so I did my best to do that. I put us in a movie, the only black movie made in a long time about black motorcycle clubs in America. It was called Biker Boys. I did these things with the channel. I started chapters from coast to coast, and there were many times that I was scared, terrified. Where I came from, the Black Sabbath was a mighty force. They had been around forever. By the time I joined, I think they were about 15 years old or so. By the time I joined, everybody knew them. Uh, they all the battles had been fought, or whatever you had to do to get blessed, and all that kind of stuff. That had all been handled. All you had to do was just go join. Nobody questioned us. We were just well loved, well liked, well treated, and well respected. But as I got out into the world, nobody knew about the Black Sabbath. Nobody heard about us, and we had to do the things that was necessary to do to get ourselves approved and blessed and accepted across the United States of America from coast to coast. And there were many times. The hardest thing I ever had to deal with, the hardest thing I ever had to deal with was 1% motorcycle club nations. And we dealt with them all. Back then, when I first started building the club, there were the 1% nations were pretty much in their areas. The blue and gold were over here, and the red and chartreuse were over there, and the yellow and purple were over there. And so every time you went to a new area, you had to deal with a new batch of 1%ers and figure out what the thing was. And there were no books there. There was no President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There was no Prospects Bible, no Sergeant at Arms Bible. There were no channel after channel after channel of all kinds of people, great and small, new and old, that had done motorcycle club channels. None of that existed. So there was no one to teach you. There was no book. There was nothing. You had to get out there and you had to learn on your own. And there were many times that I was in very terse and screwed up meetings where I had to figure out what the MC protocol was of the time, what I had to do. And even though there were times that I was scared, I mean, Jesus Christ, you name the clubs on the black and white set. I'm talking about the top clubs. You name them, clubs I'd heard of, clubs I'd read about, clubs I had seen, clubs I'd seen on the news, clubs I'd seen in movies. But now I'm sitting across from the regional president of the such and such 1% MC, looking at me like, "Boy, what you doing in our town?" And I was trying to figure out how to make this all happen. And so, yeah, there were times I was scared, maybe even terrified. But fearless people are often terrified. You see people get Purple Hearts and Bronze Stars and Silver Stars and that sort of stuff. And they've saved people's lives and done heroic things. And they would tell you the whole time, I was scared the whole time. But when you're a military person, or you come from the hood, or you're a lieutenant in the Crips or the Bloods, or whatever your thing is, when it's time to get down and stand your duty, it doesn't matter whether your heart's scared. Your soul must push you forward. You must accomplish your duty. One of the biggest things that broke my heart is when I saw the national president of the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club agree to turn over the colors of a club brother to a 1% nation because he was too afraid to make a better decision, one that would stand for the integrity of the club, even though to say no might have got his head busted wide open. And I've been there. I've been in a meeting where they've said, Black Dragon, welcome in the door. You know, we brought you specifically down here to beat your head into the white meat shows. And the reason that they did that was because of somebody else in my club. Somebody else screwed up. Somebody else did something wrong. Somebody else made a mistake. And when somebody else made the mistake, I was the one that had to pay for it because I had that suit on. I had that coat of armor. I had that thing that said national president on it. And so when they were looking for somebody, they were looking at me. And if you are not willing to, as the president of a local chapter, as the regional president of a region, as the state boss of a state, as the national president of everything, as the international president, if you're not willing, you got to be the one that'll die for your club, even though it's a 99% club and nobody's supposed to die for the club. You got to be the one to take it in the ass for the club. Even though we don't get down like that, we don't swing like that, we don't fight like that. You've got to be the one. And if you can't be that person, for Christ's sake, don't put on that patch. You want that patch so bad. For some of us, you know, we never did much in high school. Nobody liked us. No girls messed with us. We sat at home on the weekends. We didn't make the football team. We didn't do shit at work. We weren't a boss. We didn't make supervisor. We weren't a manager. We didn't make VP. We didn't make partner. But all of a sudden, you come to the motorcycle club world. You prospect for however long. For me, it was 5 damn long years. But you prospect, and all of a sudden, they put a cloak on you. It's like a Superman cloak. It is freaking amazing. All of a sudden, the girls want to talk to you. All of a sudden, people are calling you sir. If you're a president, people walk around. That's my Prez. It's like being Jimmy Swaggart or somebody. It's like being you didn't spell sailors right. I'm looking at that. It's like being Jimmy Swaggart or being some kind of pope or somebody. People tell you their personal business. People tell you their private business. People walk around and they tell you stuff like, that's my Prez. That's my this. The adulation is amazing. But the adulation comes with a price. The adulation comes with a price that many of us are not prepared to pay. We have no idea what the payment will be. And so for those of us that look around, and today we're the sergeant at arms. And you can tell those that never did shit in high school because it just goes to their mind, their head. All of a sudden, especially you see them in the 1% clubs, this dude is as bad as Sergeant Rock. You have to have read comics in the 60s to know who Sergeant Rock was from Easy Company. You don't know nothing about that. But anyway, they're as bad as bad can be. Like yesterday, you were a baker. And today, you and everybody's face, patch policing and all this kind of stuff because you're so hard now. Well, we see this with 99%ers too. All of a sudden, you the hardest thing, you pushing up on people in the club and all this kind of stuff, pushing up on your club brothers, talking crazy and chasing down all the women. And that's when they become political and they want those patches. I call them the I love me patches. The patches on the front. I love me, I love me, I love me. The I love us patch is the patch on the back. That's the MC patch. The I love us, the We MC, like my We MC t-shirts that you can get at blackdragonsgear.com. The We MC t-shirts say, we We MC. Nothing is greater than the we. Yes, we can. Yes, I can. I can with us. We are together. We. And we in French means yes. We. That's the patch on the back. The patch on the front, that's the I love me patch. The I'm the sergeant at arms. I'm Black Dragon. All the I love me patches sit on the front for people to see and adulate. And the most amazing thing to me is when you guys get together and you vote for these people that have no goddamn resumes. They have no resumes. All they got is mouth. And they have all of this, what they can do, but none of what they did. But you like them. I challenge people all the time. Vote for someone you hate in the club for the position, for this position or that position. I challenge you to vote for somebody you can't stand. I can't stand Lavish. The dude's always in the gym. He got 3 or 4 trucks, them nice cars. The ladies want his ass. He talking about changing his religion so that he can have 7 wives because he can afford them. Man, I hate that guy. But I think I'll vote for him for Prez. They can't do it. I'll vote for him for Prez because he's the best man for the job. They can't do it. They can't do it. And when I saw my national president, and I use my own club as a lesson for you all, when I saw my own national president incapable of separating his fear from his ability to move forward for the MC, when I saw him, a national president, turn a brother's colors over, I realized that this was the epitome of someone who had gotten to a position that they were not prepared to hold. And it was everybody in the club's fault. Not his, but ours. It was our failure. It was our failure to adequately prepare him. It was our failure to adequately screen him. And it was our failure to adequately ensure that he was the best man for the job. And in his debacle, chapters and chapters and chapters have now fallen off. And we are at a low point. Mistake after mistake has been made.
I'm going to have to do this.
No, not yet. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Mistake after mistake has been made. And it comes from a sense of heart and soul, duty, loyalty, and dedication. I'm going to tell you something, young man. You're the VP, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have the heart to take it, to maybe even have to die for those colors, then you don't never need to be anything more than VP. And you need to turn that shit over and let somebody else do it. Because if a time should come that you should fail because of lack of character, lack of morality, lack of integrity, or just lack of not being so goddamn greedy, your whole MC will suffer because of your failure. Everybody that's a leader in an MC must have a 1% mindset or a leadership mindset, a mindset of seeing it through to the end. Club first. It's everything else first. If you're not a 1%er and you're a 99%er, it's God, family, job, MC. Unless you're the president. When you become the president and responsible for these people's lives, I'm telling you guys out there that follow me, when you become the president and responsible for these young men's lives and young women who depend on you like Reverend Moon or somebody. Motorcycles are very damn cultish. People believe in you. I have so many people come to me, I can't believe my president was getting high on crank and blah, blah, blah. He broke my heart. They break your heart. You can't break their heart. These people can be ruined forever if you do that. My God, you got to hold yourself up to a high standard. You got to hold yourself up to the highest standard, my friends. And now, Lavish, I'll take your question.
Hey man, listen, man. I've been trying to keep a straight face, man, but the comments, man.
I can't see the comments; they're so small.
They just wanted to pretty much let I'm still here. I'm still here. You got a little long-winded, man.
Get him out the soapbox. Get Black Dragon out the soapbox.
Man, I'm saying I was wondering, did you remember? I'm still here. Hello, let me raise my hand.
The comments are coming late. I see they must have made these comments a minute or two ago.
Oh man, goodness gracious. I mean, you did a good 23 minutes straight, man. Goodness gracious. God dog, man. Listen, man. So
I had to get that off me. All right.
I feel you. I listen. I don't know what happened in the last 24 hours. I don't know what got into your soul, into your system, where you felt that you had to get it off your chest.
I haven't done an MC protocol video in a while.
Hey, I can tell it had to be something because you was deep down. Listen, it was deep down within you. It had to come out, man. You had to release it.
It's how I made. It's how I got known doing this stuff.
Goodness gracious,
you guys get along in Sin City. Yeah, all motorcycle clubs get along.
For the most part, for most of them, man. But you know what, man? To go back, because it's a lot. I can't remember everything you said, man.
You weren't taking notes? You're supposed to be taking notes.
It was a lecture, man. Goodness gracious. But a lot of the stuff that you said, man, about the president's position is right, man. But let's be real. That's not really going on right now. We see it in far too many clubs right now, man. And when it comes time for the new president and elections, and some of these clubs don't even have new presidents. I've been in the bike world as far as wearing colors for 18 years this year. And I've seen a few clubs that have had the same president in their clubs, no change. Everybody else's position has changed except for the president. I've seen that. I don't know their rules, their reasoning. I don't know anything about that. But the clubs that have elections and change of different leaderships, I see that when it comes time for that, they go off of who's the coolest, the person that they like. They say a lot of stuff, and we see it in these clubs behind the scenes, on the sidewalk, private conversations, on the phone. They're talking, we don't even like him. We need to vote for him. And they get everybody together to team up to vote for this particular guy for whatever reason. To get him in office. And I'm looking at Hardwire. He says some clubs don't get elections. And I don't know the process of
that don't happen. That happens in some of those those 1%er clubs will do that. They're not as democratic, some of them.
Okay.
That I've seen out there.
So let me know from you guys, because I don't know a lot of the clubs here. We have elections, and even with those elections, it's like the one person said, is a popularity contest. It's more popularity than who can actually get the job done. Because a lot of times, what I've experienced and what I've seen in different clubs, you'll have the person with the right mindset to run that club, to guide that club in the right direction, to have the people that want to follow, that listens to them. But then over here, you have the person that had their own motive, and they don't want that person in there to bring the club up. They want, this person in here to bring the club up. But then you got to keep in mind, when you get certain clubs and certain presidents, it's a lot of underhanded thievery going on in the club that's been going on, and they don't want that stuff to be exposed. You change a different president, if you're not in that group of coolness, that group of popularity. We don't want this new guy in here, because he's going to unravel a lot of wrongdoings that's been in the club. It's a lot that goes into the president. A
But
good president.
as we teach, we have to teach them the right way. We have to teach them because a lot of people, if you're in a club and it's your first club, it's your only club, and you're in a club that doesn't allow voting,
Yeah.
and you think that it's like a kid that comes up in a house where you get beat all the time. Like you think that that's
You
how
think it's
everybody else.
normal, right?
Yeah, and we have to expose that there are other ways out there that some of these things are done. And there are other ways. If you come into a club and everybody's voting for their best friend, you might not know that, hey, no, man, you need to be voting for the club. So we try to teach them a better way to go, or other ways that are out there. You know, I tell people all the time, when you read my books or whatever, don't go running back to your club talking about, well, Black Dragon said that, because the first thing they'll be like is F Black Dragon. He ain't running nothing over here. But take the ideas back, and with those ideas, form new things as you see new things. But you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, I see it. I seen clubs fall apart because of not having a strong president. And then I go back to before I joined the motorcycle club, the praises in what you were talking about as far as what a president stands on or what they should be about. Before I joined the motorcycle club and I was learning about the motorcycle clubs, that was what a president was. Everything that you said, that's what a president was. It was like my president. That's the president of the club. And you were like the president. Let me say that. The president was like a big deal to anybody in the bike world. That's the president. And it meant a lot. And today, the way that I see stuff, I look at certain people when I move around. I'm like, wow, he the president? Dang, how do you get that? They just give anybody that position, you know. And that's just me, one person that look at other people and seeing other people that's like, wow, a leader. That's crazy. You know, I've seen presidents that don't have motorcycles running
Yeah,
a motorcycle club. So I mean,
but you know something. But when we that's a whole nother discussion. The discussion of rah rah, because I'm okay with a president that doesn't have a motorcycle if that president's running the club and people are actually, if his club is riding and out doing the things they're supposed to be doing and they're following his leadership, he might not have to get on a motorcycle. You know, I've gotten old in my old age. I don't run with the rah rah anymore. I remember there was a guy that had come to me. Believe it or not, I've had a lot of car clubs and truck clubs come to me for counseling because they want to run their clubs like motorcycle clubs. Motorcycle clubs are very well respected in the world. How we get down. I mean, they've seen our Sons of Anarchy movies and stuff, and they love the way we get down. A lot of the gangs up in New York have the same kind of colors that we have and stuff like that. It's crazy. And I've had these truck clubs come to me and these car clubs say, "Hey, man, how do we run our clubs like a motorcycle club? Tell us how to do it." And so I've always been the great big bad counselor, consultant, and you know, just rocking my head back with importance and greatness. And one day I said to this guy in my big old tone, well, what kind of car do you have to be in this club? And he looked at me and he said the most profound thing. He said, bro, this ain't about the car you have. This is about the brotherhood. And that just, here this car club guy was coming to me for information, and he taught me more in that little sentence than all the information I could have given him. He already had it, man. He didn't even know that he had it. It wasn't about the car. It was about the brotherhood. We're building strong soldiers. I have known motorcycle clubs to take guys in that didn't have motorcycles and build them a fucking bike. I had a 1%er one time. I was like, well, uh, I was rah rah one time, rah 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 rah, and I said something about this guy has a yes sir. I see you. This
I,
guy.
I just want because I don't want to get too far away. And
Okay, go ahead.
this is one of these things that I want to say that we can respectfully agree to disagree. I personally feel and believe, and I can't speak on anybody else out in the comments, that a president or a vice president should have a motorcycle if they run the motorcycle club. I understand things health related might happen down the road, a bike accident, you might get a leg amputated, certain circumstances where you might carry out the rest of your term. But me personally, I just think that if you're a president or a vice president, you're any position, if you're a position in a motorcycle club, motorcycle, meaning you should have a motorcycle to be in this club, especially holding this position with other members that's following you. That's just my personal feeling. I just think that a person in a leadership position of a motorcycle club should have a motorcycle. It might be special, special cases where they might, let's say, I could see something where it's an emergency, they need to replace a president because it's a wrongdoing, and you get one of these old retired members that's well respected, but he's at a certain age, but he's so respected that he comes in to help restructure and rebuild the club. But outside of that, I think that presidents and vice presidents should have and ride motorcycles.
Sure. And I even put it in my bylaws that all of the positions, all of the officers had to have a motorcycle at all times. But I'll let you in on a secret that most people don't know. And I don't think I've ever said this publicly before. But when I was first given the task to start the Black Sabbath Nation, I wasn't riding at the time. I was given the task to start the Black Sabbath Nation and make it a national motorcycle club, and I started that shit without a motorcycle. And you see what it became. It became huge. And it took me about 4 or 5 months to get a motorcycle up underneath me. But I had bros, I was signing up cats, I was prospecting them and everything.
I mean, I think that you have
so
certain.
You can make it happen.
No,
What
I think you have certain people.
What I don't do is I don't rah-rah. I've stopped rah-rahing these days. And so I'm looking for, hey, we're gonna, like I was telling you, I was talking to this 1%er one time, and I said, didn't even have a motorcycle, and he laughed at me. He said, man, if you're a good brother, we'll build you a motorcycle. It won't be pretty, but it'll run with the pack.
No, it's a difference of not having. It's a difference of not having a motorcycle and being a leader in a motorcycle club. I've seen people come into the motorcycle world, come into the club, and with no motorcycle, and eventually got a motorcycle with the help of people within the club. But
yes,
when you speak on leadership, you're talking about you're setting the example, and it's a motorcycle club. You should be on a motorcycle. You should have a motorcycle. Now,
I don't disagree with you on that.
Again, as brotherhood, I've seen guys, man, that come around motorcycle clubs because they just love the environment, they love the vibe, and they don't even know how to ride a motorcycle. I've seen motorcycle clubs take guys in, bring them in, and taught them how to ride a motorcycle, helped them get a motorcycle, and helped them become a member, actual member of the motorcycle club. And I see nothing wrong with that. That is a form of great brothership, building bonds with each other. But when it comes down to just a president not having a bike, I personally think that that's an embarrassment to the club. You have your members pulling up, but then they're looking at leadership. Leadership is pulling up in a car or a van. You're telling your members that y'all must be on motorcycles, and we got to go here to this club to support here, go to this party, but then yet you're pulling up in the car. I just don't think that's a great look.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. MC means move the crowd on motorcycles. So yeah, I'm with you on that. But what I try to get away from, my bigger point was my bigger point on that was I'm looking more these days towards leadership and moving the MC forward in the way that it should move. and I'm looking less towards the rah-rah stuff. I know guys that are hella riders, man. Hella riders, man, they just get down on them two wheels, but they ain't shit for running a motorcycle club. They don't have what it takes to be in charge. All they can do is ride. Uh, Live at their mama's house with the motorcycle in the front in the front room next to the oil cans and stuff. Living in their mama's house, but goddamn, they can ride. Oh boy, can they ride! But they don't need to be the leader of your motorcycle club. So that was my bigger point, and hopefully that didn't get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, no, everybody is not built to lead. They're just not.
Absolutely. So it just so turns out my car's finished now. I could have waited and we could have done this back in the studio.
No, I mean, listen, from if people just chiming in and they seeing you, man, Black Dragon is out and about at an auto shop, but he didn't set up shop as if he's in the studio, something like that. No interruptions, nobody stopped him. He has a swivel chair, he has a map in the background. I don't know who else is in the lobby, but he's not quiet.
Oh my goodness. I use this. I come here all the time. They know me. These are the only people that I allow to fix my car.
So they're probably being respectful and say, "Hey, don't go in the lobby. Black Dragon is podcasting right now. Y'all have to be quiet."
Believe it or not, this is a big place. The lobby's over there. I'm in one of the back rooms. So I'm in one of the back rooms back here. There's a drum set and all kind of stuff back here. And look at TV. And here are the dogs. Yeah, I got the dogs here. Yeah, yeah. I've made the place home.
Yeah, I see. Oh man.
Let's go to the questions. Do we have any questions this morning? She said this setup looks really different. Yeah, we're don't act like a trike or Can-Am or shit a thing to do. I like the Can-Am. No, but I'll say the MF is at least. Boy, this is so small. What the F? Every member should have a motorcycle at all times, maybe a week or so to do an exchange. But Jesus, man, everyone should have a bike. Well, you get between bikes. What do you do if somebody has a family crisis and they can't have their bike for a year? Do you really put them out of the club?
I don't think you put them out of the club, but you give them different type of stipulations or a certain type. But then it depends on how every club is ran. Because
I mean, you got a guy that's been putting it down for the club. He's been at every function, but his wife has cancer and he's got to sell the bike to take care of her treatment, and he's going to be without a bike for the next 9 months.
Well, again, I guess that depends on the club itself. It depends on the club bylaws. It depends on your length of time in the club. If you're a lifer, not a lifer, you're a retired member versus an active member. If you just got your feet, wet. I think that those are some of the variables that play a part. If you're a guy that's been in the club less than 3 years, that might differ from a guy who's been in the club 20 years.
Yeah, that's true. So a lot of times, maybe your club participation dictates. And that's why some people say, well, that guy's bigger than the bylaws. Well, no, not really. But his club participation is so great that even without a motorcycle, if we'd put his ass out, we'd be losing a major sponsor to the club. Whereas your ass that ain't done nothing, bro, if you show up here without a motorcycle, if you want to, you'll be out on the street. So Joe says, I'm a fair weather rider, but I know plenty of people who have who live in the rain, who leave in the rain. They're the real bikers. My answer to what is a real biker is anyone who owns a motorcycle. Is that weak? But that's my answer. I don't believe there's any real bikers out there that are so much better than anybody else because they ride in the rain. A real biker is anybody that has a motorcycle, to me. Now, a real hardcore rider, now that's different.
Yeah, I think it's different between the biker being a biker, being a rider. And me with growth over the years, man, of being a biker, man, I had to understand and learn that everybody is gonna bike different.
Right.
Everybody, because I had a hard on for anybody who did not
Oh my
ride
God, it's
their
just
motorcycle.
showtime. This is one of the most famous women out there in California. This woman is a legend. To have her on my show is a. I'm sorry to cut you off. She is. Oh my goodness. Hey, hi. Wow. To have her on the show is just so amazing, man. This lady is something else. Do you know her out there in California?
No.
Oh man, I can't wait to tell you all about her. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry to cut you off. I wanted to acknowledge her. As I want to acknowledge all my guests. It's so good to have you all here. As we reach 234,000 subscribers. Go ahead. I
Yeah,
don't have any music.
you see what he said. He said, "Go ahead and finish," but then he kept talking. Y'all did catch that, right? He said, "Go ahead and finish," but then cut me off. Did a whole plug, said finish, and still cut me off. Okay, anyhow, let me get back to what
I'm
I was
back. I'm
saying,
back.
man. If you did not ride a motorcycle, I had a problem with it because you're a biker, you're in the club. But then as I talked to a lot of the older guys and had conversations and seen stuff, man, I felt like at one point, man, if you didn't ride your motorcycle, you wasn't on your bike, you wasn't repping the club very well. But then as time changed within the bike culture, the bike world, man, you start having different type of bikers, man, that do type of biker stuff, man. Like you have the guys in the club that their main focus is racing.
Yeah.
You got some clubs that are known for racing. They got a great club, but when it come down to racing, they're going to be there. But they're still biking. They're still, giving their contribution into, being a biker. But they're just not necessarily a rider. They won't go cross country riding a motorcycle because that's not their thing. They're going to support their club. Then you got other bikers nowadays where you see in a lot of clubs, man, within a club, it's custom bikes. It's all about, custom bikes. You have
Yeah,
a
those are the
motor,
guys that don't ride nowhere. Mm-hmm.
they don't ride, but they like
Yeah.
the bike culture to be
Yeah,
around. But
because ain't nobody fixing that bike on the road
well, what it,
with
that's
9-inch tires and all that old shit.
hold on, but that's the thing. They're not riders, and they let it be known. I am a custom biker. I am a custom bike builder. I like custom bikes, and that's their lane over there. And those same people that's inside of a club doesn't mean that they're not representing the club. They don't have no interest in doing that type of riding. Now you have the bikers that all they care about is riding long distance. They want to do 50 states. They want to do the four corners. They want to do east to the west, north to the south, and they still represent their club in a different way. And then you got the other guys over here, man, for other reasons. Um they represent their club on a local level. You got a lot of stuff that goes on within a motorcycle club. You got the guys who like to just shoot pool, play cards, and they represent their club in a different way. And when you gather all of those different types of people up and you put them in one pot, now you got a big gumbo of different individuals in one club representing their club in a different way. And it does not take away from them not being a biker.
Right.
That's just my take and feel on it when you look at different people within a club that's doing something, not just holding the colors or just being a member.
So I want to say what's up to Get 'em Up. It's good to see you, brother, on here. Jam and Rooney, man, with so many people. Let me tell you, Miss Showtime was on. Let me tell you something, man. That woman is such a storied biker. I mean, storied biker. She was a female member of an all-male motorcycle club. I think it was called the Magnificent Seven. I think she was the road captain. I mean, this beautiful lady. And I'm talking, this was like 20, 30 years ago. This lady rides, this, I so much stuff she does, and then she does this this thing every year where she gets all of the the old bikers together, and they get to speak to the young bikers. The father of the Black Sabbath Nation got to speak there a couple of years ago. Man, I just to look up and see her on my feed, man. It made me. I almost started weeping, man. I almost started weeping out here. So, man, I'm just looking at. I don't know. We pulled in a lot of people today. We need to do some more teaching videos. We pulled in a lot of people today. Um, I agree with you. I see Siggers on here. Good to see you. I agree with you with what you're saying about riding and that sort of thing. It is absolutely incumbent upon, like we go back to the beginning of the thing. It's leadership by example. Leadership by example. And so many people want to get in these damn positions, but they can't example and they can't lead. And it comes from you all putting your friends in these positions. And another thing is, there's something that happens with these motorcycle clubs when these folks get in these positions. You guys are afraid to move them. You're afraid to move bags out of the position. You let them entrench themselves. You let them get themselves in a point, and they do it by eroding your bylaws. They erode your bylaws. They move your bylaws. They change your bylaws. And what they're doing is slowly making the bylaws so that they
It
don't
works for
apply to
them.
them.
It
Yeah.
works in their favor. I've seen that. I've seen that happen. Yeah, I've seen that happen. Definitely happens, man. I've seen where you have members in clubs that will not speak up at all. And a lot of people come in the club and they feel like the president, and I you can correct the way that I word it, because the way that I might word it might come out wrong. I need you to probably put it in a better perspective. But although the president runs the club, the body has the power of the club,
Supposed to.
you
Yes.
know, and a lot of members fail to realize that or execute that. They won't challenge the president.
Or they're lazy, brother. I was trying to figure it out, and most people are just lazy. They just want to come in and, hey, man, all I want to do is ride and chase hoes, bro. That's it. I don't want to be no officer. Somebody said it earlier. I don't want to be an officer. I just want to be a scrub.
Hey,
I
when I
want to be
came in the
knucklehead, he
club,
said.
I
I
did
just,
not listen. When I came in the club, I didn't want a position, man.
no, hell no.
I didn't want a position. I didn't want to be none of that stuff, man. When I came in the club, man, I was a biker before me being in a bike club. I was doing all of the biker stuff. I actually joined the club, man, and got into the club, man, because it was like, wow, the hustling that I was doing, I was like, man, I could take chances over here, or I could hustle all over here in the midnight hours with bikers, and I ain't got to worry about these people over here, because all bikers are built a certain type of way. I can deal with the secret society over here, and I'm good. That's what really lured me to actually join it, because I've been actually joining the club years before I joined. But I said, man, I don't need all that stuff, man. But the perks that I was getting, I was like, well, if I'm getting all this, what I need a club for, man? And then I end up, flocking, flocking with the club I was with, man, and having fun. It was like, man, you might as well. And I'm like, no, I'm good, man. I ain't about to do all that stuff. And when I joined my club, oh my God, my friends that was in other clubs, they were not happy because they thought I should have been in a club. But I joined the club not to join and not to be in any position. Like, man, I don't want none of that stuff, man. And then look at me now.
Yeah, I didn't care either for the first decade. I didn't give a damn. I didn't care. Just let me pay my dues. It was a bro. There was nothing but women at the mother chapter. It was, boy, Friday and Saturday night. It was like throwing a fish in a throwing a cast in a rod in a well-stocked pond, bro. If you couldn't catch you nothing, you couldn't fish at all, bro. You might as well just go on to the store and buy you some fish, because man, the Black Sabbath back in the days, man, it was crazy. We were the kings of that corner down there, and I wasn't trying to hear no, hey, we need you to be road captain. wasn't trying to hear no, I wasn't trying to hear that. When elections or something came up, I found myself, I wasn't at that meeting. I found myself somewhere else. I didn't give a damn. And
I made every meeting. I made every meeting. I
no,
did everything. I just did not want a position, man.
I
I just
no,
wanted to
I
be
didn't
left
either.
alone. I wanted to ride. I didn't want to have to worry about nothing. And it didn't work out that way, man.
Now this is Doc, one of the brothers from the Black Sabbath. I'm not sure if he's still in the Black Sabbath or not, but Doc's there was a thing going around my club for the longest that said the most influential member, the most influential person in the club is a full patch brother, and that was a very popular term that was running around the club for a while. I don't agree with that and never have. The the uh, the most influential person in the club, uh, I would say the most important person in the club should be a full patch brother. But it's influential brothers in the club that make stuff happen. Sponsors, row captains, sergeant at arms, people that, or a brother that doesn't have a patch but still moves with the authority of a brother that does. Those people are what make stuff happen. And those are the most influential people. They carry the tenor and the tint and the attitude and the color of the club, and they make the club what it's going to be. Somebody said to free P. Diddy, he's innocent. I saw that flash by, and that's kind of crazy. I see people as sometimes people want to get ahead, and so they go up to these stars and stuff, willing to do anything, and then they get mad when what they gave wasn't what got them to a place that they thought they were going to get. And I say that because we see that in motorcycle clubs too. You got to keep your dignity about you no matter what you do, and you'll do anything to get one of these patches and not be ready for it. And now here you are sitting up looking at that dominant 1% outlaw club shaking in your boots because you don't know MC protocol, you don't know what to do, and you never took the time to educate yourself. And I wanted to really push that home in today's video that you have a standard that you must maintain, and the whole MC and the whole motorcycle set is looking at you. And when you don't maintain that standard, you let us all down.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, and it's so many different variables when we talk about president and leadership, man. Things that you got to go against, man. Being level headed, knowing when to execute stuff and knowing when not to execute stuff. And people don't understand and realize that you actually, as a president, outside of the things that you said, you have to be strong minded to think of and about everybody that's around you and whatever decision making that you make and how it's going to affect your members.
Absolutely. I'm blown away today down in the comment section. All my brothers, my former club brothers, are all over this all over this chat today. That's really crazy. Uh, Respect Black Dragon. I knew I would get you going. Mad respect. I appreciate you, Doc. Man, just to see all these brothers from my club show up, that is just really amazing. And that lets you know, man. It lets you know that uh, if you reach your ass out there and you make a difference, man, people aren't gonna let you go. Ranger says, no way, no Diddy. P Diddy made his own bed. Hey, listen, if the government of of Israel can blow up 2,000 pagers at the same time, kill 9 people and injure over 2,000 people, man, what can our government do? Shit. That cell phone you talking on right now could just be blow up in your hand right now, my bro. What are we gonna do about that?
I'm gonna probably be glad because the stuff I got in here is like, whew. Goodness gracious. I had I had my best friend. It was a conversation. They said, if something happened to you, man, who would you want your phone to go to? Give it to my best friend. She'll know exactly what to do with it. Do not let anyone get that phone. Deactivate anything that has something to do with my Apple account. Throw
I
it
told
all
my
away.
friends. I told my friends to get to my computer.
No,
Go to my drive that says Black Dragon X rated.
no, I throw away all of that. Everything that got to do with my Apple Cloud, throw it all away. I'm gonna have some people that are gonna
Somebody said,
probably
so you have favorites. You skipped over my question. I'm
what's the
sorry.
question?
I didn't mean it. I'm on my cell phone. It's so small. What was your question, Main and Munyon Face? What was your question, bro? Bro, move on with the next question. Bro, okay, let me find Munyon Face's question. Okay, let me see. Who are you voting for? Oh, bro, I ain't fixing to do that on here. That will never be. I won't discuss that. That's not what this show's about. Uh, Munyon Face. I talk a little bit of politics, but not nothing like that. Uh, no one is responding to my profound questions. Don't know what this chat is for. Then, uh, Zunaid, what was your profound question, my friend? I didn't leave this influential talk and talk about statistics, please. What statistics? Let me look. Kawasaki versus Yamaha. What do you want to know? Kawasaki versus Yamaha. If we're talking race bikes, I want the Kawasaki. If we're talking cruisers, I would rather that Yamaha Roadstar. I don't think Kawasaki has anything like it.
I
Like
don't know anything about it either, but if you're talking between those two, I'm gonna go with the Kawasaki. But I'm a Zoot guy. Before I was a
yeah,
Harley guy, I was a
I'm a Zoot
Suzuki
guy
guy.
too.
And
Yeah,
that's on the
yeah,
crotch rocket thing, man. So, but
yeah,
Black Dragon, man, it's 11:30, man. I'm gonna
yeah.
have to get up out of here. I
Me
gotta
too.
go pay. I gotta pay some bills. I gotta go make some money. This little mobile cellular device that I got right here, man, is going off, man. So I got to get to these customers, man. So I'm going to have to tell everyone out there, have a good day. I will check y'all out later. Tomorrow I will be mobile.
What
After
you got
that,
anything coming up or anything like that?
I don't have anything coming up.
Okay.
Yep. So I want to be out here, man. Y'all have a good day. Everybody be safe out there. Take care, be blessed, and all that other cool stuff, man.
All right.
As,
Take care,
as
man,
they
young
said in the
man.
movie, burn rubber, not your soul.
You're on it today. You're on it. I,
Yeah.
I I was looking for this energy from you.
It's coming, man. You're helping me on the podcast be a little bit more relaxed,
Yeah,
the more that we stream,
yeah,
not
you've
so
been so
stiff.
cool. I was like, man, I need him to. Okay.
No, I'm
Hey, have a
still
great
cool.
day
I'm
today.
still cool though. I'm
Yeah,
still
I
cool.
know you're still cool. Have a great day
You know,
today. Pay the bills, man.
all right, man.
I don't know how to shut you off on the phone. You got to do it. Okay. All right. Hey, folks. I'm Black Dragon. I'm getting ready to go pay this damn car bill. Huh. And then I'll be going to the VA today. Wish me luck as I go see the doctor. You guys know my kidneys are bad, so I just don't need them to tell me something like, "Oh yeah, it's time for us to put you on dialysis." So pray for me, my friends, and me and the dogs are getting ready to get up out of here. Get out of my business. Get out of my business. And this one is. Are you asleep, man? So yeah, we're getting ready to get up out of here. Hey, I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Hey, please make sure to get by blackdragonsgear.com. And listen, there's 145 of you out there watching right now. Please hit that like button 145 times. I would appreciate that. Follow, subscribe, and share to whoever you think might need to see this show today. Make sure to go get my books at blackdragonsgear.com. Blackdragonsgear.com. My newest book, President's Bible, Chronicle 2, Betrayal and the Brotherhood. Go pre-order your copy today. It will be out and in the store on the shelves very shortly, man. And I want you guys to take care. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in and get skinny. I'm on my phone, so I don't know the right button to get out of here, but I'm looking for it now. Is this it? End live? That might be it. All right, you guys. No, that ain't it. Where's the end? Okay, end stream. Hey, man. Let's see. Make sure I get the last questions. I don't like you fakers, man. Somebody's on a tear today. Anything is better than a victory. Don't say that. Uh, don't say that because you know that's not true. Later days. See y'all. Lavish. Thanks for the good show. Take it easy, Lavish. Thank you. Love, peace, and motor grease. I think I'm trying to get to the end of everybody's question. Hey, take care. Get them up. C. Ruger, man. Thank you so much. Aztec. Love you too, brother. Thank you. Uh, Take care, Miss Showtime. Oh, wow, man. What a great day. All right. That's